Let's talk today why your under eye area is aging you and how to actually fix it. Pharmacist explained. So this area right here under your eyes is the first thing people notice when you look tired, sick, or older than you actually are. And they called dark circles, dry, creepy skin, puffiness, fine lines that weren't there last year. And most people are treating it completely wrong. Either they are using the same moisturizer they put on the rest of their face, which is way too heavy, too fragranced, and wrong formula for this specific area, or they're spending $150 on an eye cream that has one good ingredient buried under 12 potentially reactive ones. I'm a pharmacist and a PhD researcher, and today I'm breaking down exactly what causes under eye problems, what actually works to fix them, and critically, what is safe if you have allergies, autoimmune conditions, or sensitive hormonal reactive skin. I'm Dr. Liia. I'm a pharmacist, PhD researcher, and the founder of EpiLynx allergen-free skincare. So the under eye area is one of the most requested topics from our community. People with celiac disease, lupus, Sjögren syndrome, Hashimoto's, autoimmune conditions, and food allergies, who are struggling with under eye dryness, darkness, and puffiness that their regular doctors chalk up to just, you're just being tired, you're just older. But there is a lot more going on there. Let's get into it. So, first, let's understand why this area is uniquely challenging. The skin under your eyes is the thinnest organ on your entire face, about 0.5 millimeters thick compared to 2 millimeters everywhere else. It has almost no sebaceous glands, which means it produces very, very little oil on its own. And it's constantly moving. Every blink, every expression, every smile, every time you rub your eyes. And it sits over a complex network of blood vessels right here and lymph channels that are visible through the skin, and especially because skin is very thin. This means it ages much faster, loses moisture faster, and shows inflammation much faster, and reacts to ingredients faster than any other area on your face. An ingredient that your cheek tolerates without any issues can cause swelling, contact dermatitis, or milia, those tiny, tiny white cysts around the eyes. And this is why eye-specific formulation exists. That's why we have eye creams. It's not a marketing upsell, it's a genuine physiological necessity if you buy the right one. Let's talk about 3 types of dark circles and why the cause matters. Here is what most YouTube videos miss. Dark circles are not one problem. They are 3 completely different problems that look similar but have different causes and require different solutions. Type 1, vascular dark circles. These appear bluish or even purple and are caused by blood pooling in the capillaries under the thin under eye skin. You can identify this by pressing gently on that area, and if the color lightens temporarily, it is vascular. Causes can include poor circulation, sleep deprivation, alcohol, and genetics. The relevant skincare ingredients here are caffeine, which constricts blood vessels and reduces pooling, and vitamin K, which supports capillary health. Type 2, pigmentation dark circles. These appear brown or grayish and are caused by excess melanin production in the under eye skin. More common in deeper skin tones and in people with history of inflammation or allergic reactions in that area, including eczema and allergic contact dermatitis. The relevant ingredients are, for that type of darkness, niacinamide, vitamin C in a very stable form, and kojic acid, all of which interrupt melanin synthesis. Type 3, structural dark circles. These appear as shadows caused by volume loss and hollowness under the eye as we age. No topical ingredient reverses structural loss, unfortunately. This is where filler or fat transfer becomes relevant for people interested in cosmetic procedures. Topical ingredients that plump the skin temporarily with hyaluronic acid can reduce the shadow slightly, but managing expectations here matters. You have to apply it every day. So the reason this matters for people with autoimmune conditions, especially thyroid disorders like hypothyroidism and Hashimoto thyroiditis, can cause fluid retention and puffiness around the eyes, and the metabolic slowdown makes skin thinner and loses elasticity, making blood vessels beneath the skin even more visible. If you are treating dark circles topically and not getting results, it's worth asking your doctor whether your thyroid or another autoimmune condition is contributing to that. Let's talk about the allergen minefield in eye creams. Yes, it's there. Now, here's the part this video that most beauty channels skip entirely. And that is the part that matters mostly for our community. Eye creams are one of the most allergen-loaded products categories in skincare. Why? Because brands are trying to pack maximum actives into a tiny amount of product, and they frequently use fragrance, essential oils, botanical extracts to make formulas smell pleasant and feel luxurious. Fragrance around the eyes is an extremely serious problem. The eye area is again very thin skin, and proximity to mucosal membranes means sensitizing ingredients penetrates faster and cause reactions more dramatically: swelling, redness, contact dermatitis, and in people with already reactive systems, systemic flares, meaning inside your body flares. Fragrance-free and hypoallergenic formulas are essential for sensitive, reactive, and allergy-prone skin around the eyes. Watch out specifically for fragrance and perfume, essential oils including lavender and chamomile, which are common sensitizers, retinol at high concentration, which causes irritation in the very thin eye skin, and chemical sunscreens near the eye area, and preservatives like methyl isothiazolinone. For people with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, check for hydrolyzed wheat protein, which is often there, oat extract or barley-derived ingredients, which appear in eye creams positioned as natural and nourishing. Your eyes and the skin around them really are a direct route to systemic exposure, meaning inside your body. It's not a place for unverified ingredients at all. So let's talk about what actually works from the ingredient evidence standpoint. So here's your evidence-based ingredient list for under-eye concerns, safe for sensitive and allergy-prone skin when properly formulated. For puffiness, caffeine. I love it in all our eye formulations. It's one of the most effective topical ingredients for depuffing. It constricts blood vessels and stimulates lymphatic drainage. Apply cold, store the eye cream in the fridge if possible, and pat gently inward to outward to encourage lymphatic flow. For dark circles, use niacinamide at 4 to 5 concentration. That inhibits melanin transfer and brightens pigmentation type dark circles without irritation. Stable vitamin C. Look for super stable formulation of vitamin C, tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate rather than ascorbic acid, which oxidizes very quickly and causes irritation. It brightens and provides antioxidant protection. Peptides, including palmitoyl tripeptide, I love that, support collagen synthesis in the thin under eye skin. For fine lines and kind of creepiness, 2 forms of hyaluronic acid, low and high molecular weight. They work so well together to plump the area for lost volume, and then also appearance of expression lies. Peptides signal the skin to produce more collagen over time. For people who can tolerate at a very low concentration, retinol or retinal, specifically formulated for eye use, can accelerate cell turnover, but start extremely low and only at night. For dryness, ceramides and squalane are the gold standard for dry, reactive under-eye skin. Both are skin identical, meaning they mimic the skin's own lipid structure, and both have extremely low allergen profiles. Squalane in particular is one of the most universally tolerated emollient in existence. I love squalane. So let's talk about autoimmune connection no one talks about, and that is extremely important. I want to spend a moment on something that's deeply relevant to a significant portion of our audience. If you have autoimmune condition, lupus, Sjögren syndrome, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, eczema, Hashimoto's, or celiac disease, your under-eye concerns may be systemic, not just cosmetic. Sjögren syndrome is a chronic autoimmune disease that attacks the glands responsible for keeping the eyes and surrounding tissue moist and lubricated. So dry eyes and inflammation around the eye is a hallmark symptoms. And the condition is most prevalent in women between 45 and 65. Yes. The dry, crepe-y, inflamed under-eye skin that many women in our community are trying to treat with eye cream may actually be a manifestation of Sjögren's or another autoimmune condition that needs systemic management and not just topical products. Topical products alone will not help it. Similarly, celiac disease and gluten sensitivity can trigger systemic inflammation that manifests in the skin, including the delicate under-eye area. So if you are gluten-free in your diet, but still using skincare with gluten-derived ingredients near your eyes, you may be unknowingly triggering a localized inflammatory response. And that is not theoretical. That is what our community reports to us consistently. Topical skincare matters. But if your under-eye area is chronically inflamed, dark, or reactive, and nothing topical is working, please talk to a rheumatologist or your physician about whether something systemic is driving it. So let's bring it home. In summary, the under-eye area is the thinnest, most reactive, most allergen-sensitive skin on your face. Dark circles have different causes: vascular, pigmentation, and structural. And they need different solutions with different ingredients. So the ingredients that actually work are caffeine, niacinamide, stable vitamin C, peptides, hyaluronic acid, ceramides, and squalane. So look for those ingredients in your eye creams. The ingredients to avoid if you have sensitive and allergy-prone skin are fragrance, essential oils, high concentration retinol, and any gluten-derived ingredient if you have celiac disease or gluten sensitivity or autoimmune conditions. And if your under-eye concerns are chronic and not responding to topical treatment, please consider whether an autoimmune condition may be another contributing factor. At EpiLynx, I formulate every product to be safe for the most reactive skin on the planet. Allergen-free and gluten-free, fragrance-free, and Pharmacist developed how I would develop medicine. So drop a comment below. Tell me which under-eye issues bothers you: dark circles, puffiness, dryness, or fine lines, and I will help you find the right solution. I want to know what to cover next. Subscribe, because next week we're going to go deeper on many ingredients and the glow-inducing serums and creams. I'll see you then. Thank you for listening.